Yeah. So happy I finally found this. And I'm pissed right now because there's something else I want to put in this video and I can't find where I put it in my room. Uh, well, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. Yeah, we got a Blu Ray, but we got more than a Blu Ray this time. This is gonna be my pump up the volume collection minus the DVD because I don't know where the fuck the DVD is. Now, this movie came out late August 1990. I did not catch it in theaters. I don't remember it playing any theater near me, but let's see, August 1990. How old was I? I was old enough to drive. Hell, I think I was a junior in high school by then. Pretty sure. I was getting ready to start. I think my junior year had started by then, because it was like August 22nd. But anyway, I didn't see this. I wanted to see it. I've never seen the trailers, just didn't see it. And then, probably about a year later, probably summer of 91, late one night, I just can't sleep. In the area I grew up in, we didn't get cable till late 1990. And the only thing they really offered for like premium channels was Showtime, the movie channel, and Disney Channel. Each one was $10 a month. And my parents were like, okay, they're like, okay, we like movies enough, we'll pay $10 for Showtime. I'm like, well, I'll pay $10 for the movie channel. Because cable was $50 a month for 25 channels. And then you got, like I said, Showtime. They paid 10 for Showtime. I paid 10 for the movie channel. And for some reason, like the first 6 months we had the cable, Disney Channel came in crystal clear. Like you could watch it. So I can't sleep. I'm like, I'm gonna see what's on Showtime. And this is back, kids. This is back y'all young. So far, you had an on-screen guide. Hell, I didn't have a remote for my TV. My TV had buttons on. My TV was not even cable ready in my room. I had to get a box that I screwed into and I pushed buttons and flipped dials on it to get the different channels. Or what I did most of the time was I had a VCR by then. I just watched them up. VCR was cable ready. I had a remote for that. My TV was like a foot and a half from the head of my bed. So I'd lay in bed and I ain't gonna get to sleep for a while. It's summer, it don't matter. And I flipped, I was like, oh, Showtime, what's going on here? And they're like, pump up the volume, Christian Slater. I'll give it a shot. The plot of this, Christian Slater is this guy. I want to say his name's Mark, but I'm not 100% on that. He's moved from the East Coast to like Arizona, Nevada, one of those Southwest states. His dad works for the school board. He goes to like supposedly like the best school in the state, which I've learned every time I hear, oh, this is the best school in the state, there's something going on there. Locally, we got a school not too far from where I live that people claim is one of the best schools in the area. It is if you are a regular student. If you have to have special education or special needs, they just stick you in a corner and don't teach you shit. I got my neighbor's two sons, both went there and got a diploma from there. They didn't, and these kids can be taught this. They don't know how to read or write at all. They don't know the concept of money. It's horrible. Well, his dad's like, okay, so you contact him. He buys him a shortwave radio, basically. When you ain't gonna run phone, but you can call your friends this way. So he ends up turning into a pirate radio station. And every night around 9 or 10 o'clock, he comes on and just plays whatever the fuck he wants to. And he catches on. He catches on at the school because this one kid calls in somebody's going to kill him. He has a number. He's like, call in. And I love the best part. To make sure to make a trace number, he has a cordless phone because it's 90. Cordless phones were not in every household then. The next door neighbors, he's got a phone line out like their shed, and he has the base there, and the phone's in his room. Guy calls in and says he's going to kill himself. And Happy Harry, hard on, or Hard Harry, whatever he wants to call himself as the DJ, tries to talk him out, and the kid ends up doing it. And it just blows up in this big thing, and all the kids start rebelling at the school. And he starts digging in and finds out what this school is doing. Is the principal is finding the students that either cause a lot of trouble or underperform on tests, and basically suspends and permanently expels them and keeps them on the school roll so they get that money, which is highly illegal. Our character, Christian Slater, one person figured out who he is. Samantha Mathis, who I best know her from this movie. She played Princess Daisy in the Mario Brothers movie? She's done other stuff. She figures out who he is because he mentions one time, he goes, you wouldn't even recognize me at school. I'll sit alone on the staircase, reading a book and chewing blackjack gum. And she walks up and offers him blackjack gum. Ends up becoming his girlfriend. Well, his shit blows up so bad, it blows up so big that the FCC gets called in. Because he is technically breaking the law. operating a radio station without a license. And when he realizes this, he's like, they're going to figure out how to try to get emulation. So he hooks most of his gear up on his mother's Jeep. Samantha Mathis is driving, and he's in there just talking his shit. Then his harmonizer breaks. And that's what he uses to disguise his voice. So at the very end of it, he's pulling into like this, it's like a baseball field, if I remember right. And he's telling him, take control of the airways, blah, blah, blah. He gets arrested. And the movie ends with kids all over the United States making their own little pirate radio stations. I saw this, I'm like, holy fuck, I want to do this. And I looked into what equipment I'd have to get. I mean, many trips to Radio Shack, and thankfully, a friend of mine's father was in electronics, like, you need this, this, and this. And I started adding, I'm like, oh, shit. It was a couple $100. I'm like, man, that's a lot of money. Well, the thing about this is that only this, the reason why I want to do this is that this film, this is in Warner Brother Archives Collection Blu Ray. So it's a press disc. The DVD's out of print. This is not streaming anywhere. And this Blu Ray is probably not going to be in print for very long because music rights. You got stuff from like the Pixies are on here, Leonard Cohen, Concrete Blonde, the band Bad Brains, but with Henry Rollins singing lead vocals. Soundgarden, and this is a couple of years before Soundgarden broke through and became known. Sonic Youth, all kinds of bands that are better known now. Ice-T, was it Above the Law? The rap group Above the Law? A lot of stuff. Rights are not easy to get a hold of. Talk hard, steal the air. 2 thumbs up, says Siskel and Ebert. By day, Mark Croner, I was right, it was Mark, is painfully shy new kid in a small Arizona town, but by night he's hard-haired, the cynical, uncensored DJ of a pirate radio station. Idolized by his high school classmates who are unaware of his real identity, Harry becomes a hero with his fiercely funny monologues on sex, love, and rock and roll. When he exposes the corrupt school principal, she calls in the FCC to shut Harry down. An outrageous rebel with a cause. Slater gives a brilliant performance as a reluctant hero who inspires his classmates to find their own voices of rebellion and individuality. A movie with a message, Pump the Volume, is a raw, witty celebration of free speech. Will make you laugh, make you cheer, make you think. And that's definitely rated R for language. There's a little bit of nudity too, if I remember right. It's a Warner. It's a pressed disc. I love that Warner Archives. At least their Blu-rays are pressed. They're not burnt discs. All right. I didn't know this was out on Blu-ray. I've had the DVD. I got the DVD quite a while back when the DVD was still cheap. For people to realize, wait a minute, it's going to become hard to find. Back then, the DVD was like, $6-8 used. So I grabbed one. Well, now, last time I looked at DVDs, like 20-something bucks. This Blu-ray is about 20 right now. Goes out of print, who knows? Like I said, it's not streaming anywhere. I've looked. At least not in the States. Well, right after I saw this, I fell in love with this movie. I saw, like, holy shit. I was like, I'm going to get the soundtrack. And back then, I belonged to both BMG and Columbia House. So I got on Columbia House. Pretty sure it was Columbia House. Now, back then, I had a CD player at my house. By that year, I had a CD Walkman. But I ran a lot. I did a lot of jogging and shit, and CDs didn't work that great for that, especially CD Walkman. They skip like a motherfucker. So I picked up the cassette. I don't have the cassette anymore, but I did pick this up just recently. This is the soundtrack. Now, I bought this. This was used off Amazon. Paid about $15, which is more. I don't like paying for an album anymore, but I had to have it. I know this is out of print. This is an MCA release. We got Everybody Knows performed by Concrete Blonde. This is a Leonard Cohen song. We got Why Can't I Fall in Love performed by Ivan Neville. Stand performed by Liquid Jesus. Wave of Mutilation, the UK Surf Mix performed by Pixies. This is probably the first time I heard the Pixies. I Got a Secret Miniature Camera by Peter Murphy. Kick Out the Jams performed by Bad Brains with Henry Rollins. Freedom of Speech performed by Above the Law. Above the Law had some kind of connection to NWA and Dr. Dre. I'm not sure on that. Heretic performed by Soundgarden. Titanium Expose performed by Sonic Youth. Being the Devil Blues performed by Cowboy Junkies. And Tale of the Twister performed by Chagall Guevara. There's bonus tracks available on CD and cassette only. Which ones are the bonus tracks? I ain't never even looked at the booklet. Not much there, Samantha Mathis. So I grabbed this. CD's in good shape. I've played it in my car quite a few times already. I had this for a little while. Well, Not long after I got this on DVD. Because I forgot about the movie. Like, oh, God, I got to see that. Somebody, I'm not saying who loves Disney, slipped something into my collection and made me watch it. Oh, did you know? Because, how many people out there know? Did you know that Disney Channel, or not Disney, but it aired on Disney Channel, it's made for Disney Channel, but I don't think it's owned by Disney. Matter of fact, it's not. Remade Pump Up the Volume. A few years ago they remade Adventures of Babysitting, which fucking sucked. But they remade Pump Up the Volume. So how do you take a movie about a guy who calls himself Happy Harry Hard-On and talks about jacking off and plays all kinds of crazy shit and make it into something you can play on Disney Channel? Well, you get this pile of shit. Radio Rebel with Debbie Ryan and Adam DeMarco. Think like a rock star, as seen on Disney Channel. This is the image release. Alright. Debbie Ryan. Where's the disc? This is 2012, so 9 years ago now. Wow. Instead of having a pirate radio station, she has Radio Rebel, which is her podcast. But it's weird because it's not really, like in the movie, if I remember right, stuff, I had to watch this twice now. Ugh. It's not really her doing a podcast. It's like she's doing a live stream because it's every night at a certain time. She disguises her voice. Everybody wants to know who she is. She's causing issues for the school because the principal's pulling some shit. It's the same basic plot as Pump Up the Volume, but Disney-fied and flipped the sex of the lead character. And she ends up and says, but he ends up going to jail at the end of that one. She ends up with like a show on the radio station her father runs in this one. This is not good. And the only reason this has not been disposed of from my collection is that I've been told if I dispose of it, this person has another copy and will put it right back in there. It's not good at all. I mean, who would have thought that, Disney Channel of all places would do basically a remake of Pump Up the Volume. So there's my Pump Up the Volume collection. I'm missing the DVD. I have it. It's in my room somewhere. It's in a box somewhere. I'm just not exactly sure where. Great movie. If you have never seen it, man, I wish it was streamed so we could watch it. Most people would enjoy this. Yeah, drop the. I'm gonna go look real quick and see how much this Blu Ray is real quick because I'm not sure on that. I want to say it's right at $20. Amazon. Walk over to my trusty laptop that's right out of camera range. Excuse me, I'm burping a lot. I apologize for that. I'm going to look at the DVD first. Okay. Oh, that ain't bad. There's a 2-film collection. It's Pump Up the Volume, Gleam in the Cube, Christian Slater collection. That's $24.99. That's not horrible. The DVD is about $15, and the Blu Ray is like $18. So it's not as bad. It's went down since I bought it. Yeah, it's $18. Let me see how much the soundtrack is. And I'm sure there's a vinyl version, record version of the soundtrack. But I'm just going to look at the CD. Holy shit! A new copy of the CD is $53.43. I didn't pay close to that. I bought a used copy for probably about $10, I'm thinking. Let me see. Do my order here, because I know I didn't pay no $50. And the cassette's like $10. I had it on cassette for years. $13.99 is what I paid for the soundtrack. And it's worth it to me. I've listened. I put this thing in the car. Like the day I got it, when I was like, I ended up driving for a good time that day and sat there and just listen to it. But I'm out of here, everybody. I went a little long, but one of my favorite movies. I'm glad I got it on Blu Ray. Matter of fact, as soon as I get through filming, I'm going to sit down and watch it again. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, if you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all that other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.